Hey, welcome back to Getting Stronger. So tonight, deadlifting. So as you can see, I'm going to be setting up the deadlift bar. I've cleared out all this space and I'm going to be demonstrating how to do a deadlift. The reason why I love deadlifting so much is because I typically work out around movement patterns, right? So most people, when they bodybuild, you know, they work out around body parts, right? Like back, arms, chest day, you know, that kind of thing. Well, I kind of work out around like functional fitness philosophy, right? Which is our bodies go through about 4 basic movement patterns. One is we push things throughout the day. Another thing is we pull things throughout the day. Another basic movement pattern is that we squat. You know, we squat down to get things. And then the third or the fourth thing is we bend. We often bend down to tie our shoes, or we bend down to pick something up. So I kind of work out around those movement patterns: pushing, pulling, squatting, and bending. So with bending, it's deadlift. So you can probably see behind me, I have the deadlift bar set up. So I'm just gonna warm up, do some slam balls. I love using slam balls to warm up for the deadlift, just because, you know, it involves hinging over, bending over, picking up the ball. Great thing to do for maybe 10-15 minutes to really warm up your hips and really get your body into that hip hinge movement pattern. Another great exercise that you can do to help warm up for the deadlift is the kettlebells. The kettlebells really kind of simulate the deadlift, where you get the 2 hands on the handle and you come down and you do some kettlebell swings. That really kind of, again, just helps get that hip opened up, getting them loose, and it allows you the opportunity to go through some reps where you really practice and visualize and get your mind and your muscles to kind of connect, and you get your body ready to do that hip hinge. And lastly, the third exercise that I do is I have some bands, resistance bands down here attached to the floor. And what I do is I just pull them out and I simulate a deadlift, get my hips really hinged, get them loose, and then I fire through with the glutes and really simulate the deadlift movement. So as you can see, these 3 exercises, the slam ball, then I move on to the kettlebell, and then thirdly, I do the resistance bands. Now my body's ready to go. I'm gonna start out with some light deadlifts, maybe 1 set of about 10, 15, and then I'll move up with the weight. One tip I give you guys too when it comes to doing the deadlift, and it's actually not just the deadlift, it's anything that you really use the barbell or even some dumbbells, is I utilize these wrist wraps, you know, and the bar wraps for my grip. And the reason is because when you're doing these lifts with the barbell or a dumbbell, you really want to focus on that muscle. But what oftentimes will happen, and I know if you lift, you probably have experienced this, or especially if you're a newbie, you know, if you're a new lifter, is that your grip is going to burn out before the actual muscle that you're working burns out, right? So say you're doing a pull-up, oftentimes, you know, your pull-up is supposed to work your back, especially your lats and your rhomboids, right? So when you're doing pull-ups, oftentimes you're not able to do anymore, but it's not because your back or your lats or your rhomboids are burned out, it's because you physically can't hold on to the bar anymore, your grip is shot. So when you're doing any kind of bar work, dumbbell work, these things really just kind of take a lot of that stress off of your wrist and your grip, and put it back onto the bar, and it allows you to pull the bar without having all of that weight really on your grip. It puts that weight on the muscle that you're supposed to be pulling the bar with. Notice how when I deadlift, I keep the bar as close to my shins as possible, as close to my body. So when I'm doing it, when I'm pulling the bar up, the bar is not swinging out. It's coming in a very direct line from the ground up and back down. The bar is not traveling in an arc in any way. It's not swinging. It's just straight up and down. And it's actually so close to my body. And you should use this as a guide when you're deadlifting or doing any kind of clean or pull like this. The bar should come so straight up your body that it should actually rub against your shins. If it's not hitting your shins, and then when you pull up, it should come right up against your thighs as well. So if that bar is not making contact with your shin and your thigh as you're pulling it up, then you're not coming in a straight line and you're not doing it efficiently. So that's it. My deadlift day is done. So this time I did every minute on the minute for 15 minutes, and I did 5 reps. Timer starts at 15. I start doing my 5. When I finish my 5, I have until it hits 14 to rest. So an example would be when it starts at 15, if it takes me 30 seconds to do my 5, then I have 30 seconds till the next minute. If it takes me 50 seconds to do them, then I only have 10 seconds rest till the next minute. So it goes that way and so forth. Anyway, it was great. Hope you give it a shot. Till next time, just want to remind you that the Bible says that we're all fearfully and wonderfully made, and we come from the hand of the Creator above. And it's in Him that we live and move and have our being. The Bible tells us that above all things, He wants for us to be healthy and to prosper. So when you follow this channel, always remember God cares for you, and He wants you to be healthy, and He wants you to be happy. So whatever you eat, drink, and do, always keep getting stronger. I'm out of here.